I don't care. You do you, man. You do you.
We can have a code word be Reese's Cups. Frankie, I think you've had too many Reese's Cups. You want to go to the gas station real quick, pick up some Reese's Cups? No, I'm trying to tell this really dark and interesting story about myself.
Nah, you can say whatever you're comfortable saying, man. I don't care.
Well, see, that's, again, and Peter keeps pushing me to stream more, and he's like, you're cool to talk to.
Yeah.
He's like, you've dealt with shit that, like, he's like, you'll just go on a random tirade about something, and I'm like, I can associate, but you take it, like, one step further where I'm like, you need to calm down. He's like, but it's funny. It's like, he's like, you comfortably skirt that.
Yeah, you just do what you want, man. I should not be drinking this Mega Monster. I've already had a monster today, and I'm gonna make my life so much worse.
Can you really make your life worse with more worth? Can you make your life worse with mom?
I mean, I don't know if you've realized this, but I have kidney problems occasionally.
I do not.
Yeah. Really not supposed to drink them as much as I do.
But
Dark
it's hard.
Danny, my stepbrother, watches my streams, and he just said, "Dark, interesting story, Reese Cups?" Question mark?
Yes. That's exactly what's going on. Gotta leave me slightly.
Perfect.
I like how you can't hear anything else. Like, even if the hookah isn't cut out totally, like, the washing machine, like everything else.
Yeah, that's great for me. Because I really needed to do dishes. Like, Cisco left so many dishes, like, and he didn't mean to, it's just there's a lot of stuff. But I mean, I've had bad times with Reese cups, so now I'm concerned. Don't be concerned.
Speaking of bad times, I, one Halloween, went to the Egyptian with a bunch of friends, and to be honest, all I can remember is, oh yeah, no, Cisco was definitely there. I was at Bombay, of course Cisco was there. But no, I was there, little Andy was there, and it was around Halloween, and little Andy just went to like the children's section and bought one of those banana suits.
Yeah.
And he wore it in, and I was like, give me that thing. So I took it and I put it on. But I would keep taking hits from the hookah and then pulling the bottom half up like a ninja mask and just like breathing out the smoke. And at one point, Cisco's just like, who the hell are you supposed to be, the banana ninja? And I'm like, yeah, I'm the banana ninja. And I only use guns. He's like, what do you mean, you don't use swords? I'm like, no, a sword killed my family. So you're the banana ninja and all you use is guns. I'm like, they're suppressors.
Wow. See, I don't have stories like that. I just have stories where I got really drunk and I puked on somebody.
I have one of them.
So once upon a time, I was drinking with some friends at my studio apartment, my old one at Pheasant Run, and there was this guy that I liked that came over, and I apparently, according to my friends, because I was entirely too drunk, and I don't remember this, but apparently I puked all over the guy that I liked. And I just went to bed. And I felt so terrible. I didn't know that happened, and I never thought about it.
Did you ever talk to him afterwards?
No.
How do you know he wasn't into that? How do you know he wasn't like radically turned on? He was just,
Bro never came back over to my house again.
Hey, he
So-
was too turned on. The sexual tension was too high.
Danny says, ever play Fruit Ninja? I have a problem with it.
I have a
With sharp things. Danny's really fun.
See, there you go. That's gonna be the next. It's not gonna be Emoji Movie. It's gonna be the Fruit Ninja movie. Finger killed my family. I watched them be diced right before my eyes. Everybody was kung fu fighting, playing in the background. Eat the. And then that's probably where like some like low-key adult joke will be worked in. All the adults go, ah!
I remember seeing the one anal bead episode part of Family Guy, and when I was a kid I didn't get it, and then when I got older and I watched it again, I'm like, oh my god.
Becky, look at her butt.
It's so big.
See, this is why I like streaming with people.
Yeah, oh, god damn it. Yeah, like, I just like having somebody to bounce off of. I do so much better when there's bounce off of.
See, what we're gonna have to do is... I really have to keep talking to Peter because he taught me about all of this, like, Facebook marketing that you can do for relatively cheap.
Yeah.
That he's like, you know, if you save up a couple $100 and actually pay for, like, the post boosts and shit like that, he's like, it does affect it. Like, he, I told you about it, he's a reseller. Like, he buys Chinese versions of things and sells them with his own logo. He's actually, like, doing really well. He sold almost his entire stock of shit in, like, 3 months.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Becky, look at her social anxiety. It's so big. So I can't open this yet, which makes me sad. Because I don't have the spell to open it.
Well, that seems unfair.
It is unfair.
This is garbage.
You can't just flaunt this in front of me.
Why would you play this game? It just taunts you.
Because I'm really good at this game. Even if my first time playing it, I neglected the fact that I could, okay, not my first time, but my first time playing with hard mode, I died like twice. I was like, what the fuck? Hard mode's awful, and then I realized I could just bring back to a zone to, heal myself, and I kept forgetting.
Yeah.
Would you like some food?
Yeah. Dankeschön. Ooh.
I mean, I took German for 3 years. I should definitely know how to say you're welcome.
I didn't. I took Spanish for several years and can barely remember any Spanish.
Well, and that's the thing, though. Like, I didn't purposely mean to have to take German, but my high school only offered Spanish or German, and I was way more interested in German because I aced it in middle school.
I was gonna make a really edgy joke.
Go for it.
I was gonna be like, you learn German for all those, illegal German immigrants that we have coming over.
Danny says, I hate chests you can't open because just close off an area instead, so it's so bigger indication of come back here later. I butchered what you said and I'm sorry.
Victory!
Look at my little Higglies jumping.
Higglies?
Yeah, so those are Higglies. In this game, instead of you going around and like collecting creatures, you have Higglies.
Higgledy-piggledies?
That's what they say! They go, Higgle Piggle! And you're like, why are you so cute? Stop it!
Have you seen The Last Jedi?
I have.
I haven't, but I do know a great deal about it, and from what I've watched,
watch your backs.
I have very mixed feelings.
A lot of people do.
Well, see, the problem is because I see it from both sides of the fence, because a lot of people were criticizing the last movie because it was too much like the Star Wars movies, and then everyone else is bitching about this one because it's literally the opposite. Like, I have watched full, 30-minute philosophical breakdowns of the movie, and they're like, yeah, this movie is nothing like... It's like the exact opposite of the Star Wars movie. So I understand that aspect of things. And so when you look at it that way, it's kind of interesting, but then I'm like, I think you went way too fucking far.
Yeah.
But no, I asked my buddy Josh about it, and he doesn't hate the movie. He's like, it's an okay movie. Porgs are great. 10 out of 10 Porgs. Would watch Porgs movie.
Porgs are great. Like, the first time I saw them, I was just like, I need you in my life. So, last night when we were playing Final Fantasy 12,
yeah,
Cisco's, because he started playing it first, and then I took over when he started getting a little tired. And he made a comment that, I was going to get my shit kicked the first time the first boss battle. And he's like, because you didn't get to Trisha grind, you only got to, have basic grinding. Like, enough to get you a couple levels and that's it. I'm like,
yeah.
No. Like, I will defeat it very easily. Like, how are you sure? I'm like, because I know how to fucking play a Final Fantasy game, man.
Dick.
He said, people hate change, I think. I enjoyed it.
See, it's not even... I don't know. It's just really hard to say. It's kind of like how everyone, like, a really good example of the whole doing the opposite thing is when, a lot of people complain that Kylo Ren was too much like Darth Vader, and they're like, that's the thing, like, he idolizes him.
Yeah,
that's
of course
why he
he'd
looks
be
that
like
way.
Vader.
But everyone hated it, so, that's why, part of the reason why in the sequel, Snoke mocks him for having it, and he's like, get rid of that silly mask or whatever, and he smashes it. Like, it's a bunch of examples like that, where they're literally, like, fan servicing that aspect so hard.
Yeah.
Like... Nino Kuni, RPG, and Star Wars Debate Club. Why the only 2 members?
You ready for
Nobody
this?
knows.
Because Trisha's not social enough to have more than one person.
See, that's why I got a 5-way splitter for Ox.
Yeah.
Because I was like, what if I do a podcast? I want everybody to hear everything at the same time.
Yeah.
Just like run it from the Yeti and then have all recorded audio played back so they can hear themselves. Be like, I think that would be cool. Fun.
It would be, yeah.
I've really wanted to do a podcast. It's just like, do you remember Rob Squires?
Yeah.
I love hate Rob Squires. Anyways. Well, no, because I'm like, fuck. Like, anyone's gonna be like, well, I gotta look him up on Facebook now. Which one is it? But no, he does like a podcast and like, you know, they have like a couple hundred followers, several hundred followers.
What's the podcast called?
Geekcast Live. And he always advertises for it. I don't know if he's still a part of it, but he was.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, these are geeks that geeked harder than anyone else. And I'm like...
You met me?
And I'm like, well, see, my shtick is it's more like... I mean... It's kind of like, I had a friend.
Yeah.
And I made some comment about... I was like, do you feel like you're an alcoholic? And he goes, I don't consider myself an alcoholic. I consider myself a person who drinks.
Yeah.
He's like, I do it responsibly, and that's all there is to it. Like, it's responsibility, and yeah, there's health risks, but I'm willing to take those whenever. Like,
yeah.
I don't see it so negative. I don't want to say I'm a geek to the extreme. I just want to be like, we're people that play video games.
Yeah.
Like, I want it to feel like people can come in and just, like, sit down and talk.
Yeah.
You know?
So Danny said also the first few bosses aren't a problem in 12, like some later can be, like the Gerudo boss, and if you don't have the berries and the optional demon wall. The optional demon wall boss isn't bad. I didn't have a problem with it my first time playing. But I'm also. But that would be really cool. I mean, having a podcast that was more approachable than saying, you know, we're hardcore geeks, we're going to talk about stuff you don't know. Motherfucker, I'm about to get my shit kicked.
Well, see, and that's my thing. Like, I always wanted to do reviews of games. Like, really quick, like, I want to say, like, Donkey-esque. Okay, have you ever watched any videos by Wisecrack?
I have not.
They do this one series called Hidden Meaning Of. And it's really Earthling cinema, and what happens is this alien from the future is, like, finding Earth DVDs and stuff. Mm-hmm. And, like, he watches the movie and gives you a really brief, very poor recap.
Yeah.
And then at the end, he's like, oh, this hints at Kierkegaard's belief that and then, like, we'll actually talk philosophically about, like, the Emoji Movie. But, like, it's true, and it's like, fuck, he's really accurate. That's how I want to do it. I want to take it very lax, like donkey style, like just whatever the hell you want to say, make fun of it,
Yeah.
And at the end, talk about the merit, and then I want to do like a rent-buy system.
Oh, like if you should rent it, if you should buy it, or if you should avoid it.
Yeah. Like, instead of like the whole like out of 10 thing, like, because admit it, you've played a game where you beat it once and you never touched it again.
I have so many games like that.
So it's like, be honest. Like, and again, I think having multiple people to be like, okay, and if you wanted to do a number system, be like, 2 out of 5, 3 out of 5 say rent it, 2 out of 5, 1 out of 5 says avoid it. Like, you know, it's a more interesting system, and it's more social, and I think it's more.
Yeah, I mean, so Pro Jared, I like the way he does it. Like, he'll be like, it's 4 Red Warriors out of 5. Like, it makes no sense. And you're just like, okay, whatever, I'll take it.
You remember Peter Newland?
Yeah.
He used to do that. Whenever he did video game reviews, he'd be like, this game gets 5 happy pandas out of 7. Like, at the end, completely random, arbitrary. This gets, you know, General Tso's chicken, specifically from Nori, Japan, not from... He's like, out of a number, you can guess. You know what I'm talking about, guys. You can tell how I felt about this game. Like, completely random. We're like, I don't get
where you're going with this, but okay. Yeah, I mean, I really like that. I like that idea. Yeah, I think you should do a podcast. I think that would be really fun. I'd be a part of it.
Well, it's like the last time I hung out with Peter, I was still having my whole, like, I've down like a half a bottle of I'm so lost. And Peter's like, dude, I think you just need to start making shit.
Yeah.
He's like, it doesn't matter. He's like, you've obviously you like entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
He's, you know, it's like they ever tell you how Corey and Weston wanted to make their own like Gearhead Garage style web show?
No, you didn't.
Yeah, they want to like, okay, we spent $300 on this car, you know, and there's a bunch of shows that do it, and like, we would do way more low-end stuff, like, now we're gonna do this to this car, hope it survives. Like, not like, you know, utterly dangerous, but, you know, stupid shit, like make a monster truck out of a sedan, you know,
Yeah.
stupid shit. Like, we all want to go to Dirtfish in Washington, which is like a rally car racing school. By the end of it, you're literally licensed as a rally car driver.
Nice.
You know, shit like that. And like, I was like, oh, this is a really cool idea, guys. That's really interesting. And then Corey goes, you have to be the announcer, though. And I'm like, I don't know anything about cars. He's like, yeah, but I don't have the charisma. And Weston's like, yeah, you're the most charismatic. I'm like, what are you talking about? I don't understand.
Colleen.
Oh. The alcohol was like, tell her she's got a nice butt. From Frank. I think she has.
She asked me what my favorite Pokemon was, and I'm like, Squirtle. She's like, second favorite. And I had to stop and think about it. I'm like, Snubble. I don't know if I spelled that right, but it looks like a bulldog.
Wait, you don't like Mudkips?
I do like Mudkips, but they're not like.
You gotta say it
number
right,
one.
it's Liek. L-I-E-K, do you like Mudkips? Comrade Trisha, do you like your Mudkips? They have the water gun and they look like little polywog frag things.
Oh my god.
I don't know if I like this stream yet. This is interesting, but also weird.
I mean, we only have one person watching. I maxed
But you're
it,
recording,
like,
right?
I am. It automatically records on Twitch, and I just upload it to YouTube.
See, this is the thing. You gotta... I'm telling you. You're using slob shit. You know what's actually worth the money?
XSplit.
And I don't... Okay, so I don't even mean XSplit is a streaming program. Everyone has problems with something.
Yeah.
There's always something that doesn't work in it. But you know what? XSplit has something that's friggin' amazing. And I would gladly pay the $200 lifetime membership for their editor.
Huh.
That thing... Oh, did someone say something? Or...
No.
No. That thing is a beast. If you take any footage you have into any traditional editor, at the end of it, it's going to want to render it. Whereas in XSplit Editor, it literally just makes the cut and doesn't render anything else further. It just goes, the pictures are the pictures, and we don't have to render anything.
Huh.
Yeah, and it makes, oh my god, if you were to use like HitFilm Express, it's free. You can download legitimate, like, damn near movie grade editors for free. If you export it, like a 15-20 minute video, you're talking like a 6 to 8 hour process. XSplit, you can do the same exact thing, 10-15 minute video, takes you 20 minutes.
Huh.
Yeah.
Like, I had it with when I got my, they had the promo going on when you bought your webcam, but I never used it. Like, I didn't, because to me, like, I don't know how to do editing. Like, if I legitimately got good at this, I'd have to pay somebody to edit.
But that, there you go. Anyway, no, but the initial editing, like, if what you could do is make that's a noise. That's a special
Yeah,
noise.
somebody just subscribed to me.
Hey!
Hey!
Who subscribed? Thank you so much.
Whoever is Commander Root, thank you.
Thank you. We appreciate it. We're talking about some weird...
We're talking
They're
about
probably
weird
sitting
shit.
there like, I'm learning so much about streaming. I like this. No, because that, like... So, like, the really quick and dirty, if you could actually not pay someone to edit, but pay someone to make you an intro and outro,
Yeah.
you could upload those to YouTube, and then what you could do is with XSplit, really quick, dirty cuts where you're just like, here's the funny stuff. It doesn't
Yeah.
have to look fancy. You just cut that together, you upload it to YouTube, and it can actually go, I want my intro pasted at the beginning, my outro pasted at the end, automatically plugs it, done.
I don't even know how to make those.
That's what I'm saying. You don't have to pay a guy to edit all your videos.
Yeah.
Just be like, hey, make me a cool intro and a cool outro. Like,
Frankie, make me a cool intro. and a
Okay,
cool
actually,
outro.
I have to show you now because I have worked on a friend's YouTube videos, and now you have to see them.
Yes, show me.
Is it even silly? Oh my god, it is!
Is it?
He had 17 subscribers and
I have 35 followers now. I'm so proud of myself. Thank you for pushing me to 35.
okay,
I don't know
so
how I convinced you to do it, but thank you.
This is Fegley MTG. I made the logo, I made the thumbnail,
Nice.
I made the background here. Anyways, I don't know if this one actually has the intro.
Okay.
Careful.
Have to find it because the intro is actually worthwhile.
It's you! The little boy from before! What are you doing here?
Yep. Okay, so here's the beginning of.
Little boy? You can't be much older than me! Alright, keep your hair on! Evan! My name is Evan!
I like it.
Damn!
It's so good.
Evan and Rose.
You get just like. So I have to find the video where that comes from because like he's like describing. It's like because what happened is like one day that we had a technical edit where like we lost like 10 minutes of footage.
Yeah.
And it pops up with like I was like, what do I do here? And I just put an MS Paint drawing of a dinosaur that says sorry, but like without an O. It says SRRY.
Yeah.
I knew it!
And then we started using that
Take
in
a shine to you.
random
You've got a big
videos.
twinkle in your eye.
Oh,
I most certainly
We're definitely speaking over the story. I feel terrible about it, but at the same time I don't because I'm having fun.
You do too. It's like you can both see something.
They unfollowed me. That day, man.
win some, you. But it's the people that stick around.
Yes.
Something no one else can.
This is the editing I did for Doug. Like he would do box openings of cards, and I would actually find every single card, and I would make.
They're just artifacts, but if you put a creature in the vehicle, it becomes an artifact. And I don't know if any of y'all know.
What you say?
I went to the pre-release.
Yes.
Back safe and sound, boss.
Oh.
Yeah. Thank you.
Clip, and it just became the standard after that. Oh, I'm so sorry. I
No,
didn't
you're
mean-
fine.
I just wanted to show off my skill. Like, that's what I like to do. I like to do very simple, very interesting, very funny, eye-grabbing things. So,
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Again, I apologize. I did not mean to take so much of your
No, you're fine. I'm just looking at something. Is it? No, I mean, why would I be looking at porn?
See, I'm actually one of those people. I've legit been on the floor, and they'll be like, Frank, get off your phone. Is that important what you're looking at? And it's
And it's porn.
like, yeah, I was just looking up when friggin' God of War New Game Plus comes out. What do the customers ask? Okay, never mind, my bad. Yeah. Jeez.
Oh, goodness.
Life's too short not to look at porn.
Yep, they unfollowed me. Sad day, man. Commander Root, you're breaking my heart. Oh well.
It's okay.
I guess it's okay.
I'll go to his house and with him. Take him out. But yeah, how did you feel about those? Like, I don't know.
I liked them.
I don't know. It makes. It's like I was talking with a streamer once, and he actually, his quality is garbage.
Is it really?
Yeah, but you know, it's still entertaining. He's still entertaining. He was like, yeah, it's not about how good the video is, how good the microphone is, da da da. It's just got to be entertaining. Like, he's like, you don't have any idea how many people put this stuff on in the background and no one's really watching, and they come in when you start yelling and screaming and da da da. Like, very insightful. Believe it or not, PewDiePie said the same thing.
Really?
He actually did a video, because he's done a bunch of videos where people are like, how do you do this? How do you do this? And he actually did a video for startup YouTubers.
Yeah.
He's like, and I know I normally take these things like a joke, but a lot of people have been asking. I'm going to answer this truthfully as possible. Just understand that this is what I did. It might not work for you, and whatever. And like very early on, it's like his second, third. He's like, don't worry about the gear. He's like, you can go back. He says in his whole cue. You can go back and look at my early videos, and they're garbage. They're bad. He's like, it didn't matter. You gotta, you know, and that's actually like one of the other things. You gotta love it.
Yeah.
Like, you've got to be doing this to do it, not because you want to make money. You care about it, and people can tell you care about it, and you build the followers the money.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is the sanest thing I've ever heard from PewDiePie. I kind of like.
Yeah, like, because I don't stream because, you know, I think it's going to make me famous or make me a lot of money. I stream because I like streaming. I like talking to people, and I like making friends. That's about it. Like, I don't have a particular reason why I do it that's like, pay me all the money, make me rich and famous. Like, I like my job, I like what I do, so this is just something fun to do on the side. That's why, like, I don't have bits enabled or anything like that, because to me, what is it gonna do?
Well, see, I don't want to do bits or anything, like, because to me, I'm an anarchist a little bit at heart.
Yeah.
So I don't want to take, you know, did you know if you get subscribers at the end of everything, after everything's said and done, you only get like $2.50?
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's they are paying $5 a month. You're only getting $2.50. Did you know that if you were to start a Patreon right now, they only take 5%?
Huh.
Yep. Or yeah, 5%. So at the end, you actually get like $4.80 of that $5, and you could still do the same thing. Like, you could be like, okay, for all my subscribers, subscriber exclusive stream. For all the people that are paying $5 a month, yeah. And to me, that makes way more sense. Like, on my YouTube videos, I don't put ads on. I'm like, I don't want you guys to look at ads. I hate ads.
Yeah.
I'd be posting anywhere else if I could right now. But if you want to support me on Patreon, donate $1 every month.
Yeah. Like, I'll eventually set something up like that, but I'm just too incredibly lazy.
We'll keep each other in check.
Okay.
That's what you gotta do. That's my friend.
Being around people is important. Lesson of the day.
Lesson of the day. It's not do weird sex stuff. Say weird things. It's just friendship, man. For sure. What's a pirate's favorite letter?
I.
They're illiterate.
You got me on that one. Got me.
Why don't ants have dicks?
I don't know.
Because they aren't uncles. Okay, I see the door. I'll go now. Kicked Frank out. He made one too many dad jokes.
I like dad jokes. They're fun. I gotta light Nicole's here pretty quick.
Go for.
Blimey.
Apple?
You know what? Starting to cry.
Who? Yeah. I kind of could tell based on the photos that you posted today.
Kills me because like I'm not embarrassed. Kills me because like he clicks so well,
Yeah.
and that's weird. And I'm like, but she's young. Like I can't even go to a bar with her legally.
Yeah.
But you know, she's been like, yeah, like apparently over the summer she was dating a guy that was 29, like older than me. I was like, okay, well clearly she doesn't see that sort of thing,
Yeah.
you know. But like it was silly. Like I was in the back doing nothing, and Nick walks up to ask me a question, and Tania comes up like, friend, and like she hugged me. She's like, I missed you. And Nick's like, I just saw you 20 minutes ago. You didn't say how you missed me. And it's like, yeah, but I love Frank. And I'm like, sorry, Nick. She loves Frank.
She loves me, not you.
Sorry, Nick. But no, we just click really well. I actually like hanging out with her, and it's like, it's one of those like girl friendships where like there's absolutely nothing sexual.
Yeah.
Like she's cute, but it's like, God, I like talking to her. She's so fun.
That's good.
And like she keeps asking me to hang out, or which is funny to me because she'll talk to me about the like, oh, over and then they asked me to hang out, and I was like, I don't really. We should hang out sometime. I'm like, yeah, I'm weird and I stay at home. And like, and it wasn't until I brought it up. I can't remember who I was talking to. I was like, yeah, like, why don't you hang out with her? I don't know. I don't think about that because I'm weird.
Yeah, like, I just kind of gave up on the idea of liking anybody.
That's the thing. I had a conversation with someone recently, and I want to say it was one of them. Rob or Jeremy. Maybe it was Richie, I think. And what happened is because it was with Sharina. I really liked her, and then all this shit happened. Richie just goes, man, I'm gonna tell you, like, it's gonna sound weird, like, cause like right now you're dealing with the all this stuff.
Yeah.
He's like, but when you meet the right one, it sounds weird, but when you do, you're just gonna know. It's just gonna. I was like, thank you, that was very insightful, you're so nice.
Yeah, like,
Do you mind talking about, like, this, like, interpersonal, like...
No.
That's, like, my forte as a person, is psychology.
So, for me, I've liked people, but ever since Cisco, I just I don't know what I want. So, like, I've liked people. There's no holes in there. But it just, I think in my mind, I'm not ready. Like, I just know deep down that I'm not ready.
Well, see, that's my problem, is because, like, I feel like, I don't want to say I'm ready to, like, dive head in.
Yeah.
But I feel like if someone adequately knew what they were stepping into,
Yeah.
that it might be okay. Yeah, and then just shoot straight across. Wait, no, because then, yeah, couldn't you? You can't walk kitty corner.
No.
How would you even get that one? Anyways, no, that like if someone understood, I'm like, I'm somewhat emotionally unstable. Like, stupid shit happens to me and I'll cry for no reason. Like,
Yeah.
if they can get behind that, great.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why, like, I try to be honest all the freaking time. I'm like, sorry.
No, you're fine. I don't know, man. I haven't figured it out. And I think it's just because I've spent all this time, like, thinking that everything was going to end up, like, I was going to end up with Cisco. That was how everything played out in my mind.
Dude, that's what happened with me. Oh, wait. I associate. So for it to not work out is, jarring.
Yeah, I don't know what. So I've been trying to figure it out, but at the same time, I can't. I fucked up. I know how to do this. I swear to God, I do.
Well, no, it's like I've been thinking a lot about me, and that's the other thing. Because there are several groups that I've been saying about.
Yeah.
But I know that part of me is also pushing them away. Like the whole abusive childhood, yada yada yada.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm also like, am I just finding faults for the sake of finding faults and going, it can't work because of this?
Yeah.
Or should I just lean into it? And, you know, if it doesn't work out, oh well. You know, like, at least I'll have done something about it.
Yeah. At least she tried. And for me, I feel like I try and then I just kind of shoot myself in the foot. You watch, just gonna drop away.
Oh. Oh.
Oh, it's facing there. Okay.
Yes!
I don't know. For me, I haven't felt like I could jump in. And, because there was a person that I did really like. But,
Did I know that? Is that, I mean, if that's TMI, like, I don't...
I'm not gonna say.
Okay, that's completely acceptable. I will ruminate constantly.
But there was somebody that I liked, but I just, like, I couldn't pull the trigger on it, and I decided not to. Because I didn't feel strongly enough about it, because, I mean, it's been almost 9 months. Like, I felt like I could probably move on, but at the same time, I know that I can't in my mind.
Yeah.
And it just stops me 100% of the time.
It's like I have a friend that, when we worked at McDonald's together, when his girlfriend broke up with him, like, one of his subsequent girlfriends broke up with him,
Yeah.
and they came into McDonald's one day because like they were so stoned. They're like, "What am I supposed like? I'm not awkward by this. Like, where am I supposed to go?
Yeah.
Like, I'm broke." But she blatantly told me that she broke up with him because he wasn't over his last girlfriend.
See, that's my fear of getting into another relationship, because I had a good relationship before Cisco, that I really liked the person, and the person really liked me. But I wasn't ready to let go of Nikolai at the time. And because of it, it shot me in the foot. And, like, they were not okay with the fact that I wanted to go camping with Nikolai's family, because I was still really close to his family at the time.
Yeah.
And it made sense. Like, it really did. And I don't blame him for breaking up with me when he did.
Yeah.
Because I kind of deserved it, because when you don't really understand what's going on, you do stuff like that. So...
Yep. Where you, like I was saying, like pushing people away. Like, you find a way to not be the best.
Yeah.
And it just kind of happens. It's not even that you're trying to be an asshole. Like, you just are so overwhelmed. This is fun. Thank you for talking.
Yeah, of course. So...
Okay, do you have to hit all those little circles?
Yes.
So hit the right one, and then go left one, and then work
Well,
your
you
way.
have to go in a certain order.
Oh, okay.
So, like... I know what I have to do. I just have to remember the story. Because the story is the first the first Ni no Kuni. And
What if
so-
you've never played the game?
then you're kind of fucked.
Then you're... Wow.
That's the easy way of saying it.
What is a learning curve? Have to know this esoteric knowledge. You want to win this puzzle.
Yeah, you have to know the story. And it tells you what to follow. Like, it actually does. So...
So you say.
Yeah. Ah! Fucking gnats. Yeah, so you have to figure out the story, and it'll tell you what needs to be said, or what needs to be done. So, like, in this case, these two have to be facing each other. But... now that I've figured it out, like, and got through that, it's just one of those things. But... I don't know. I haven't been ready to admit how I felt about a lot of stuff. And, like, in my mind, I also, like, I have the craziest fucking dream. And because of it, I'll have dreams about people that I've known in the, like, before that I liked, but I didn't say anything because I obviously was in a relationship, and I just didn't say anything about it because why would I? And so I need to go wizard, healer, harpist, soldier, and then fairy.
See, I used to feel but like what changed was
Oh, I fucked up. I know.
what changed was and maybe it's cold. You know, is I adhere to the moral ideas more so of ethical egoism.
Mm-hmm.
That you are always going to be. You
Yeah.
are always going to have to deal with life. Subsequently, you should put yourself first ethically.
Yeah.
Like, in moments, like, it doesn't mean you can't be altruistic and just be nice. But at the end of the day, you have to be doing it because you like that's what you want to do.
Yeah.
Like, you are adhering to your ego. You know, I've been drinking so far along. Oh yeah, no. And that's the thing that I have learned that, like, and it has been awkward. I have literally told people in relationships, like, hey, I like you.
Mm-hmm.
Frankie, why you gotta make it weird? I just needed to say it. Like, you know, life, you know, is short.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. It's like, at the end of the day, I think it's better to go ahead and do those things. Because you never know how shit's gonna be.
Yeah.
You know? And 90% of the time, whenever you read something about, like, regrets from older folks, they always say it's not the thing I did, it's the thing I did.
Yeah.
So that's how I feel. I think you should take life by the reins and you should fucking ride it for a bull.
Maybe one day. I'm too much of a chicken shit, and it's because like I'm
Shut
awkward.
up.
I'm awkward anyway.
You are not.
I am. I'm incredible.
As a completely unbiased viewpoint, I would like everyone to know that Shadowfaye is not awkward. Now I wrote a whole review on Yelp. Did you hear about this chick? Yeah, I heard she's not awkward. What? You were saying?
I am too awkward.
Nope.
Yeah.
Lies.
Not lies.
Lies. There's no such thing as awkward. What's normal?
Good question. Alright. Then it goes Harpist. He has to... I should go...
Turn to what?
She has to face the pillar. I just gotta remember how to get her to face the pillar.
Probably...
I just gotta remember which way I go. Because I know which... I've done this before. I've literally platinumed this game. I should know what I'm doing here. But my brain just goes, fuck.
Okay, probably... Oh, because you couldn't walk back. Okay, hold up. I gotta...
You're a detective. I got this.
Okay, 'cause you have to be able to go...
I'm gonna
so you
have
to start left, yeah.
Yeah, I have to start this way. But I have to turn her before I can do anything. So...
Okay, can you so you can't touch that button until you turn her.
Yeah, so what I need to do is I have to remember which way I need to go. So...
Okay, so let's think about this logically.
Because if I go this way and go right here, I'm gonna have to go that way, but there's no way back over here. If I go this way...
There's no way to progress to the right. Because don't you have to go further after this one?
Yeah.
So you have to start with left.
But the thing is I'll lose this. I need that square. So...
It's impossible!
It's not impossible, I've done it before.
Wait, should you have done it... Is this the order, like, you had to go in?
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
Turn. I go here, go back that way, but I'm gonna lose this guy. Back that way, but I have no way to go. Fuck! I know the answer to this.
Who else knows it?
The internet.
Uncle Google. We all love Uncle Google.
I don't need Uncle Google.
Uncle Google! What was that of?
Kinda. Because I'm gonna have to get to right there so I can spin it. So...
It makes you feel the same kind of picks. That literally, when I was looking through yours, I was like, I want a funny one. I want one that when people see it, they're like, girl, you funny.
Oh man. Alright. It. That part is I know this. Done it before. Fuck. And I did it without a guide. I'm not gonna check out Google.
Answers for your questions. It's so awesome.
I can do it without Google. I know.
Okay,
it.
I have a question.
Yes.
Where does that thing turn? It turns.
So I have to face her. So that little.
No,
like,
I don't mean that one. I mean thing to the right.
thing?
Yeah.
That changes the center platform.
So where would the center platform go?
It'll go right next to that very next spot for me to get over without having to trigger. Yeah.
Okay. This is a sin. Shit, what if you were supposed to... Oh, wait, no, you have to... Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We know you gotta take that left one. Okay. If you go left, you only have the one option to go straight. Go around, you can't hit that button. It doesn't work.
Yep. I'm gonna have to go... Part of me is just saying gun it. But that's not good. Okay. Oh, fuck. I know...
Turns out you fucked up 20 minutes ago.
I know the answer. I know I do. Doesn't.
It's a trick.
Not a trick.
Okay, so if you hit that, no squares will come back.
No. Not till the very end. Like, I'm gonna have to go...
Okay, I have an idea.
What? Okay.
Okay. We don't know. Wait. Shit.
Are you trying to flip a coin?
Yeah! I don't know, because even if you went forward twice, left, that would just be buttons. Forward, right, you'd hit it.
I'm just gonna... Alright.
Bullshit.
Oh.
Final Fantasy 7 was easier. Okay.
Who gonna think?
Wait. You're sure you're supposed to go this way?
Yes.
Have to do it in this one.
Mm-hmm.
What if... Okay, so last time... What if... Whoa, wait a minute. Wait a fucking second. Okay, so you gotta get that. That's irrelevant, right?
Yeah, but...
But no!
No, you're fine. Because this isn't gonna move anything. Fine.
That's what I was saying. Stop. What if you had went around? No, because that would still be kitty corner. Shit. You see what I'm saying though? Like
Yeah.
looping around in a different way so you break different blocks. Because see, there might be a way that you could that block here. Because then you could go that way and come back around. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
They call me Benedict Cumberbatch. So we gotta think about this one. So we know we want to get that.
I know what to do.
Yeah, no, what if you... Okay.
And I
If
know.
you... Okay, so
I
have a
gotta
question.
ignore it for now.
Here's me.
Yeah.
I'm thinking... Yeah. I'm thinking this way, this way, this way. Hit this.
Yeah.
Go back around. Come through here. Go through the back. Hit that, and then you come back up to here.
Yeah. What I should do is...
I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna let you do what you think you gotta do. Okay, yeah, no, okay, so yeah, I just picked the opposite. No! I had to go that way.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say...
But we got it now! It's gonna take seconds to go back! We need items, Trisha.
We do not need items.
No item left behind! That took us a minute. I love it how it wasn't until afterwards. Wait a minute. So you're gonna screw it up later and we're gonna get it anyway. Yeah, definitely downer. I can't believe your no. Wouldn't take you any time. The viewers aren't rioting.
The one viewer.
The one viewer. Hey! You left that item!
Oh.
Ooh.
Well, guess we can get the item now.
Ooh, yeah, ooh. But if that was the wrong one, why are you still going the same direction? You're not supposed to do it differently now. Okay. So first
So you go wizard, pistoler.
Pistolier, harvest, soldier. Oh.
We already hit the wizard. Then
The
fairy.
pistolier is the left.
Yep.
That one.
That's the fairy. So wizard.
That's it. No, this is a pistolier.
Yeah, it goes wizard, pistolier.
Okay.
We already hit the wizard.
Okay. I'm just making sure. I'm just making sure I'm following along. Don't screw this up. You want that eye. So it doesn't matter. We've already determined it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I was like, no, I've got you. It's the right way. Wait a minute. It's the same exact thing. Okay. Never mind. My bad. I apologize. Then you get your straight. Nope. Started at the bottom. Now we here. Okay, so that's the wizard, yeah.
Oh, and dragon needs to face the.
Not the tower any. Found it. That's it.
Oh.
Danny, you still there? Or did I lose you? Are you just doing other stuff right now while watching this? Alright, I waited for you.
How many therapists does it take to change a light bulb? Just one, but the light bulb has to want to change. Alright, you're never allowed on my streams again.
No.
I got ash in my drink, but that's okay. Those are bugs.
Yeah, the gnats are being... I don't even know where they come from.
I mean, it doesn't personally bother me,
Just dump it out and drink the rest of it. I don't care.
but it's not.
It's fine. I don't care.
They're dead.
Like,
It's alcohol. They're sanitized.
it's just extra protein, Frank.
Exactly. I need it for my games. How am I supposed to get extra turbo boost?
Yeah, playing something, but also mostly listening. I'm the awkward one who finds it hard to chime in. No, that's fine, Danny.
That's unacceptable. I have to challenge him. Nah, I'm just being silly. I appreciate it. It's fun always having somebody that's willing to watch. It's fun. That one viewer can mean so much sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, plus it's my stepbrother, and he's like my best person ever in my life.
Did I tell you that one of the time that my best viewer for a minute back when I was still Vorpal Pawn was actually Little Andy's wife?
Was it really?
Yeah, like it wasn't even anything that was like weird or like relationship. It was just, she's just like, I like watching your stream. You're funny. I was like, what? She's like, yeah, like I legitimately like you. I'm like, would you watch guys that have like thousands of viewers and subscribers? Did I keep streaming?
I mean, you gotta start with one and then work your way up, man.
There was a, I don't think I need to say it. There's a really bad adult joke there.
Wow. Took me a second, I'm like, really?
Start with one that, wow. Okay. Frank. Is 18 plus turned on?
Don't think so. I'm sorry, little kids.
Mom! Shadowfaye's my new favorite streamer. She taught me the virtue of patience.
It's gonna make me cry, Trisha. Aw, don't cry. You're my best bud, dude. You really are.
I've never met you and I like you.
He's awesome. Like, so, remember when me and Chester broke up and everything? Well, I was really upset, and Danny was like the one person who I felt like I could talk to about it. And it was the same with like when me and Cisco broke up. I would talk to Danny, but everyone else was like, "You just like back off." But Danny was the one person I could talk to. Because you're a good person, Danny, and I love you.
Based on the one Yelp review I've read. You're also
Petty Whisker
Yeah, he is pretty cool.
Thou hast proven thyself worthy. A kingmaker shall be thine.
This is my favorite part of streaming.
What, just sitting here and talking about random shit?
Well, no, it's like one of my favorite how-to streamer videos. Can't remember her name, but I liked
Aw.
it. I'll have to send it to you, but like what she talks about is like dead air is bad.
Yeah.
It is much better for you to be talking about random shit than for you to be quiet. And she's like, it doesn't matter what it is. Like a lot of people think they have to talk about the game, say what they're doing, and it's like it gets boring afterwards.
Yeah.
Talk about your day.
Yeah.
Bitch about something. People tune in to talk to somebody.
Yeah.
So even though we're talking about weird stuff.
No, that's fine. I mean, honestly, it's something that I need. Lisa Simpson. I know, right? It's something that I need, though. Like, being able to talk to someone besides Cisco is very beneficial to me.
I totally associate. That was like when Rome first broke up. It was like I didn't know who to talk to because she was always the rock.
Yeah.
You know, they're like, and I don't, you know, it's not that like the relationship was like she whatever anything weird. Like when I had a problem, she's the one I wanted to go to.
Yeah.
You know, she's my SO. She's my best friend, so to speak.
Yeah.
Like
Cisco's my best friend, and that's why like there's some stuff that I'm just like I can't talk to him about it because I feel like I would feel wrong talking to him about it.
See, and that's the part that but see, to me, I almost feel like that is what defines a relationship. Like for me, it wasn't until recently that love and sex became two different.
Yeah.
I have been sexually attracted to girls that I'm like, I could not stand being.
Yeah.
Like, but I've also loved girls who are like, how do you like her? I'm like, dude, she's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
You know, like, I think, but like I said, I think that's part of like, where are you really as far as best friends are concerned?
Mm-hmm.
Because like, it's not that adage like, I don't care who you're with as long as you're happy. Like,
Yeah.
if they really are my best friend,
Yeah.
like,
It's the part that, like, for me, me and Cisco, we still cuddle, we still have sex, we still, like, spend every weekend with each other, and we text each other, like, almost every day. And it's just one of those things where I would feel bad if I told him, hey, I like this person, you know, because I know he's not ready to move on. I'm definitely not ready to move on. But
But then if that's the case, then like, should you guys even be apart then? I think, here's what I think.
Yeah.
And this is what I'm doing right now.
Yeah.
I still really like Rowan.
Yeah.
And I blatantly told her, I'm like, you've got shit you need to work on, I've got shit I need to work on.
Yeah.
Every girl I seem to meet has shit they need to work on. Like, so here's what I want to do. I am single, but like, I'm still gonna date you. Like,
Yeah.
people get that disconnect. Like, are you dating somebody? Yeah, we're boyfriend and girlfriend now. It's like, you can, you know, and it was something that I
Yeah.
was told when I was younger, like in my teens. My dad's like, you can date multiple people. That's the whole point, is to see what you like.
Yeah.
And I think, honestly, you know, if you talk to him about it, I think he'd be way amicable.
See, I tried that at first, when we first, like, were in the process of breaking up, and I was like, do you want to just date? And he told me no, but this was also the same day that we broke up.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. It's different.
And a part of me wants to talk to him about it and be like, hey, like, I would love to be dating you, but at the same time, like, this is needed. Like, I need to be single. I know I do in my mind, because a part of me, like I said before, really deeply needed to know that I could live on my own and be on my own.
Dude, that's where I'm at right now.
Because I did it when I was 20. Like, I was able to afford my own place. Like, yeah, I had to ask for help often, but I was able to manage on my own. And deep in my heart, if me and him would have gone to, like, the marriage stage, I would have felt just incomplete. Because I didn't know if I could do it again. Like, and that's something that really bothered me. Like, I needed to know that I could do it again. And so when we broke up, like, yeah, I was upset about it, but at the same time, I knew that I needed it. Like, 100% knew that I needed to do it.
Yeah.
So, like, I just...
What can I do for you? I'll be
See, and that's,
seeing you
you
again
know, and that's, I think that's part of the thing, though. That's about being honest, because I think, you know, I've been spending a lot of time, like, interpersonal relationships has been a big thing for me. Sexuality is a big thing. And, like, for me,
Yeah.
the reason it's so important, because I'm dealing with their people.
Yeah.
You know, like, I shouldn't be an idiot. I should be first. But I think what that really attests to is the whole honesty.
Yeah.
Like for me, it's granted, this is a stretch. This is at the extreme.
Ahoy there.
Yeah.
But I used to be relatively dishonest. Like, lying was a knee-jerk reaction. Like, you
Yeah.
know, years of abuse and whatever, I never thought of. And then what happened is when I went insane, I would hear all these things. I would be and someone would be talking about, oh, I can't believe I stole this when I was a kid. And I was like, I
Yeah.
stole something. And it sounds silly, again, extreme, but it's when there's secrets that you don't know how to move on.
Yeah.
You're literally creating the wall.
Yeah.
And, like, you know, what you really have to ask yourself is knowing for sure more important to you than where you're at right now?
Mm-hmm.
And, like, if it is, then fine. But then you also have to reassess, like, is this something I want to...
Yeah.
And, like, granted, I'm high anxiety.
Yeah.
There's a time and place. But, you know, does that make sense?
No, it makes... I just... Oh, I'm sorry, Tiger. I just needed to know. And a part of me, like, because we talked about it after... Because we both apologized to each other for everything. Like, me and Tika both were like, hey, I'm sorry about how this went down. I'm sorry that I didn't talk to you. I'm sorry that, you know, we didn't try to figure stuff out when it needed to be figured out. But the other part of me is like, you know, I know why it was happening the way that it was.
That night, the Sky Buyer had celebrated Evan and his friend's success into the wee small hours. They all agreed that Evan was a fine young man indeed, and that he would make an even finer king. And then, morning came.
When we would look at, like, stuff together, I would sit there and just think, like, when we combined houses, my big concern was, what are we gonna, like, what am I gonna do if we break up? Like, I've given all my stuff away. Like, that's why I didn't want to get rid of my futon or anything like that, because I needed to know that I had that stuff, because if something happened, I wanted to be able to survive.
Yeah.
And,
Evan,
like, it's not that...
you mean to become king of this here world, is that not so?
Yes?
Well, now there's a thing. I see something in you. I'm not the only one.
What are you doing?
The men of Cloudcoil Canyon do hereby swear fealty. We serve you now, your majesty.
Gosh.
So it was that the very Sky Pirates who had once sworn to take Evan's life now swore to devote their own lives to serving him. And with this fledgling follower, he took his first steps on the long road to rule the world.
You seem pleased. I am. It all happened just as you said it would. I met lots of new people and made lots of new friends. Perhaps I really can keep my promise to Nella.
So you really are going to rule the world then? You don't do things by halves, do you? But building a kingdom is hard work, and building a great kingdom is even harder. It's not going to be easy.
I know that. But I'm going to try. I have to.
Spoken like a true leader. You'll be meeting a lot more people soon, Evan. You have to listen to them. All of them. And you have to remember the things they tell you. It will make you a better king.
I'll try my best.
Sorry, I'm talking as if I know everything again. But I'm right, I think. I trust the person who taught me all of this more than anyone else in the world, and so should you. Until next time, Evan, goodbye.
But... oh.
Like,
No, you're fine. I was just unmuting it. And that's the thing, you know, a part of me felt like he would not change, because Cisco is very set in his ways. You know this, I know this. Like, Cisco is who he is. And I love that about him. But at the same time, I was like, you know, I have aspirations of maybe one day working at corporate. Or maybe one day, you know, working somewhere that isn't Indiana. And he didn't want to change that. So that killed me a little bit inside, because it's like, man, like, I care about growing and changing and moving to a different place and maybe trying something else out. Like, yeah, I'm a homebody. I'm terrified of leaving Lafayette. It took me fucking 3 years to be convinced to move to Lafayette. But a part of me felt like he didn't want to go with me, that he wasn't a part of that adventure, and that's really when I started to kind of question stuff. Listening to Kid Griffith over here. Yeah, you are gonna be surprised who he turns out to be.
see, that's why, I mean, that's the give and take, though.
Yeah.
But you have to decide. Again, this is just me, like, spitballing. I'm drunk. My psychology expertise is 10 months of...
I'm okay with that, though, because it gives me a new perspective.
So, what I would tell you is you have to decide. Because it's different for everybody.
Yeah.
I want somebody that's confident they are.
Yeah.
I want it to be not that... I want it to be that we have our own adventure, but there's crossover everything. There are... I don't want to control somebody else because I know what it's like to be controlled. That's my anxiety, you know. So what you have to decide, I think, is... Because people do get set in a certain way. What you need to decide is Cisco as he is worth being with?
Yeah.
And if you decide that you don't like that, then you have to make the conscious decision to I don't want not sever the cord, but feel more confident in being honest.
Yeah.
It's not that you are cutting him out of your life, but you're like, this is how I'm feeling.
Yeah.
And this is my anxiety, and if he can't understand
Everyone
that,
his motley crew of would-be kingdom
you know, it's
turn their gaze eastward to
a post I saw once says, "Honey, I'm no love expert, but the guy that's making you cry every night might not be your."
But would they prove a
special
place
Yeah.
for Evan's
And that's the thing. If you, and to me, you know, strong emotions, angry, sad, anxiety is.
3.
You're feeling anxious about it. You deserve something.
Yeah.
And not only that, like, I also believe that you can be honest and be like, hey, I'm just scared. I just want to feel out and be like, what is going on?
Yeah.
That's completely reasonable. Well, like, you have to realize that you don't do anything, you're just a paper boat on the ocean life. You have no agency. You aren't in control of your story.
Yeah.
You know? And if he jives with that, awesome.
Yeah.
But it doesn't.
No, I appreciate that. Like, the thing is that since we've broken up, we have been more open with each other. Like, so Cisco, TMI moment. And I'm sorry if Cisco, if you ever end up listening. But you know, we had we take showers together occasionally now. We never did that when we were dating, and it's because like. I think it's neither one of us were ready to be like, hey, this is what I like. Da da da. And like, because I told him, like, I like shower sex. Like, 100%. And he tried it the other day with me. Because we talked about it before. And I'm like, yeah, this is what I like. Because the reason why we didn't have sex for like 2 years is because I got really tired of doing the exact same thing over and over and over and over and over. And it drove me insane. And I felt bad because, like, I didn't know how to bring it up to him.
It makes me feel weird how much I... Anyways. No, because I love shower sex. Because, like, I have literally, like, Rowan, she'll be like, I really want sex when I'm on my period. I'm like,
No, listen
stop in the
here.
shower. And she's like, no. And I'm like, let's hop in the shower.
Yeah.
What if I'm like,
It's the shower.
Shower.
What's gonna happen in the shower?
The most heinous things can happen in the shower. You just go, oh, okay, whatever, I'll stomp it down.
Yeah.
Like,
and that's the thing, because like we ended up talking about it, because I told him, because we took a shower together for the first time, and you know, we were messing around, and I'm like, I told him, like, I like shower sex, like, I like variety, and that's just how I am. And you know, it took him a moment, but he started coming out of his comfort zone, and we started trying different stuff for the
Cisco
first time.
totally is one of them. He is.
Yes.
When him and I talk, if I had $1 every time I said something, he was just like, okay. I was like, don't want to talk about that, Cisco? Is that...
Yeah, he's a very private person. He really is. And, you know, he's very solitary. I don't think when we were together, since we didn't talk about it, I don't think that it really clicked in his mind that sometimes you have to grow and change and try different things.
Yeah.
And it doesn't help that, you know, because when it came to us not having... That's fine. I have another bottle in there that hasn't even been drinking. You can drink as much as you want, like, but I'm telling you, if you drink all that, you're gonna have to start drinking blueberry vodka.
You have to sleep on the floor. That sounds like a good idea.
Listen here.
But I just, you know, I never verbalized it, and that's a problem that happened with us, is neither one of us knew how to properly bring it up and verbalize it. Like, what we needed.
And this is, again, this is me spitballing. So I like to look at things from a different side, different point of view.
I mean, that's why I like talking to you, because you look at it completely different than me.
The radio's talking to you. Every time it's ever played a happy song, it's because you're happy. Okay, anyways, I think that what you should do is, and this is me, and this is like, I give people advice, I like to put myself in there.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, I do see aspects of, you know, there's moments where you're talking about the relationship, I'm like, I'm totally you in this story. And there's moments where you're talking about Cisco, I'm like, I'm totally Cisco. Like, so I can kind of see, like, different sides of the...
Yeah.
If it were me, I would be 100% honest about the whole, I like you, I like going out with you, I like spending time with you, but I need time to get my shit together.
Yeah.
Honestly, if I know Cisco the way that I do, he might not, and by might, I mean like sub 10% chance.
Yeah.
That he would like, depending on his day. You know, let's be real. Depending on his day, he might be like, I don't like that. No.
Yeah.
But I feel like if you were to leave him alone, he might acquiesce. Because I think that you and Cisco might share that in a sense because, I mean, he shares stuff with me that he doesn't share with you.
Yeah.
I'm one of the guys.
Yeah, of course. And I share stuff with you that I don't share with him.
I think that there is... that I think that you guys, and I don't mean like a building a hope thing. That's the case. It's one of those instances where I think the time apart will work.
Yeah.
That, you know, the whole absence makes the heart grow fonder thing. It's like, okay, you know, you can comfortably make a comment to Cisco about, I don't like the way you do this.
Yeah.
Or I don't like that you think this way. And because you guys aren't in a relationship, he can comfortably be like, well, I'm going to go do whatever I want, and it cuts both ways. However, you guys are left open to be like, this is, I get to think about it. I get to ruminate on it.
Yeah.
I get to decide. I think that's what you guys need to do. I genuinely feel like you need to be honest about that aspect. Because if you're not, it's going to continue building.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it's just going to make it worse.
You know, and that's the thing. Like, have you ever watched Bronson?
Actually, I've not. I don't watch a lot of random shit. Like, I probably watch maybe cooking shows.
It's one of Tom Hardy's best roles. So, the whole movie, without ruining everything, Tom Hardy plays Britain's most violent criminal.
Yeah.
And by violent, he has been in prison for 30 plus years, and all he ever did was rob a bank. Yeah. Not a bank, a post office. Yeah. He got away with like $17. But there's this really cool anecdote that Tom Hardy shared. He broke up with his girlfriend, he didn't know what to do, and Bronson calls him from prison. He's like, hey man, I heard you're dealing with some shit, what's going on? And he gets like 16, 20 messages.
Yeah.
And he's like, once I get into the teens, the double digits, I get, it's easy to get a hold of fucking Santa Claus. Call me back, mate. And he does. Bronson's like, I want to tell you a story. He's like, do you remember that kid that got trapped in like that rain duct or whatever? It happened in a famous story. The kid got trapped by the foot.
Yeah.
And he kept filling with water, repeatedly until he drowned.
Yeah.
And Bronson, such a good. Bronson's like, you know what would have happened to me, Tom? That wouldn't happen to me. Would have been alive today. Would have told him to cut my foot.
Yeah.
And he goes, what I'm saying is sometimes you have to cut a part of yourself off, no matter how bad it hurts.
Yeah.
So you can move on and so you can grow. So, a lot of words. Basically what I'm trying to say is, be honest, but realize that bad things might happen, but even if they're bad things right now,
it won't be bad later.
You're still going to live and you're still going to grow.
Yeah. I mean, I'm probably going to talk to him about it eventually. I just have to, like, kind of figure it out in my head. How I want to...
Post-coitus.
Yes. How I want to figure it out in my head and how I want to approach it. Because, like, to me, it's... Like I said, I'm a chicken shit. Like...
Okay, no. Just imagine he's somebody at work. This is the job of your life. Literally. You don't have to be mean. You're not always mean. This is your life.
Yeah.
You should be able to go.
Yeah.
And you should be.
It's just one of those things of I don't know how I want to approach it, and I don't know how I want to talk about it. And I won't do it until I know what I want to say. Because I'm conflicted and confused on it. I have been for 9 months.
Okay. I have a question.
Yes.
What's the best possible thing that could happen? Without even thinking about what you might say, what's the best possible?
We work shit out.
Okay, and what's that end goal? You say you work shit out, so like, are you still single? And then like everything we talked about recently?
I don't know.
Okay, so we have some idea. At the very least, you work shit out. What's the worst possible thing?
We stop being friends.
I have a legit.
Okay.
You and Cisco are close.
Mhm.
You know Cisco in a way that's different from me, so I'm not gonna put words in your mouth.
Yeah.
You think that that's legitimately a possibility?
No.
So, what I'm saying is,
Good luck, everyone.
again, I love picking up things from movies. There's this really great show. It's got Jason Mewes in it, and he plays like a kindly janitor that gives like friendly advice to the high school kids.
Yeah.
And it's all about like a demonic Bible that they summon demons and weird shit. It's a funny movie, funny show. But this kid is like, I really like this girl and I don't know what to do, and every time I talk to her, things get worse and I don't know what to say. And Jason Mewes goes, sometimes saying things will make things worse.
Yeah.
But saying nothing will always be.
Yeah.
Because what will happen is you will act with that anxiety, that terror, instead of acting from a place.
Yeah.
This has been philosophical, psychological conversation. No, and again, I'm not saying I have all the answers. But it's just like, it's the whole thing. Like when I ask you, like, what should I do with my life? And whatever, like, it's easy for you to see my life and be like, this is what I think you should do.
Yeah.
And it's easy because at some level you associate.
Yeah.
You know, you're not telling me I should see a therapist or because you're like, I don't know what to do. You're like, I think it might be beneficial. And that's where I'm coming. That you take. With at least everything.
Yeah, like I said, I eventually will. I'll figure it out. But right now, it's still just me trying to figure out how to put to words what I want to say. And like, because for a while, I wrote in a notebook trying to figure out what I wanted, because a part of me wants it to be me and Cisco again. Like, I love Cisco with all my heart. Like, I don't think I'll ever love somebody the way that I love Cisco. But at the same time, I have no fucking idea. Like, I have not figured out how I want to approach it. So I spend all this time trying to, like, work it out in my mind, what I want to do. And I keep saying the same stuff because I'm confused. Like, I'm conflicted. Like, I do want to get back together with him. The other part of me wants to explore life when there is an assistance.
So,
Alright.
here's how I like to pose this to you. One side of the coin is that there isn't Cisco.
Yeah.
By isn't Cisco, we mean there's a 10% chance it could work again.
Yeah.
On the other side of the coin, there's 90% Cisco. But that's what's going to happen. Flip the coin. Which side do you think? That's the thing, and that's what I do sometimes. I'll flip a coin and I'll just think about it in air, and like, which side am I rooting for?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you kind of got to go with your gut. Like, that's my problem. I would love for things for Rowan and I to work again.
Yeah.
I really would. But at the same time, it's like, she's not the person I want to be with right now.
Yeah.
And it doesn't mean she won't be, like, you know, a year down the road, 5 years down the road. But, like, I can't wait.
Yeah.
Like, I've literally seen friends wither away to nothing.
Yeah.
And I don't mean, like, physically, you know, emotionally. It's like, oh, it's like, I met a dozen girls that liked you in the past month. Why haven't you talked to any of them? No, because, and it's like, I get it. I really get it, you know? But it's like, it's one of those things you have to decide. Which do you think, at the end of the day, you know, would you...
I don't know, man. Don't know.
Hey.
We can't afford to lose!
Let me do this. Fine.
Stay strong, right? Now's our chance!
So was this like a not quite RT?
In a way, it's an RTS, but basically it's a minigame to it, and I have to do this chapter of it. Like, I can't avoid it like I do the others.
Stay strong!
All right.
Sorry, this is like the one part I actually have to pay attention to what I'm doing.
Stay strong!
Back, everybody.
Plenty more where that came from. You think you can
Oh,
kill me
this is the longest mission ever in the game.
Come on!
Yeah.
We won!
Oh, for sure.
Yeah!
Alright, now I can go back to nothing. But yeah, I mean, the way I feel about it is, and I know that it's the right time to talk about it, I'll know. Like, it's just like when, remember how you guys had a force ask him out?
I mean, you already know how I felt. There was like a weird where it's like, do what's good for you.
Yeah. But when I'm finally ready to like do something about it, I will. Right now, I'm still just working through everything.
There's nothing wrong with it.
Because like for the first 2 months, I just didn't let myself feel. I just let myself just do, like I just worked, and I just focused on work. And now I'm starting to get to a point where work is not nearly as crazy as, you know, it used to be. Come back here, bird! Knock you out of the sky. need to build my kingdom first before I continue. I'm gonna go get all the treasures.
Like a kingdom from.
What? Oh.
Don't.
Frankie, of course I listen to you. You have good advice, man. You really do.
Wow.
Oh, goodness. I have to repack that.
Yeah. Golly. Oi! Yes.
A kingdom is being built.
Ooh.
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 Yeah, man.
I guess I talk a lot about it because I'm a fucking state. And there's actually really good adage that says talking about other people's problems help you.
Leave this to me.
So it's like,
I can see that.
it's like sometimes I say shit to you and I'm like, fuck, this has a completely different, meaning now that I'm looking at my own situation.
Yeah. Still Pro is driving me up a wall, man. And just every day something goes off and I'm like, what the hell? I'll have to just... You were gonna go just...
Here goes nothing.
I asked the Nia to draw my first step through it.
Oh, really? You're a good artist.
She's an interesting she does not find women's. However, she genuinely prefers form men. She likes cranking out.
You ready for this?
Okay.
You know, she And today I did full Facebook.
Yeah.
And wish I had the other painting. It was like,
Yeah.
you know what you. You're so special, Franklin, and you know it's really hard, and I know it's really hard to see that. I wish there was a way to always remind you that you mean so much to so many people. Maybe get a tattoo. I'll get you a bracelet. That way you can always wear it and know that you care a lot.
Aw, that's so sweet. And mine was like, I just wrote what I thought would be.
We're not. Or like, there is.
Come on!
I'm not sure you entirely realize how attractive you are and how intoxicating your lively, friendly spirit is with others. You make the world a better place with your smile and your everlasting aspirations. Like, that was her thing she wanted to say to me. What? Like, it throws me for a fucking loop when people are this nice to me. I think I don't deserve it. I'm like, what did I do?
You're a good person.
I just
Frank.
talk about how the radio talks to me and buys people drinks sometimes.
I mean, you're a good person, and like, there's times where, because to piggyback off of what I said earlier, I feel like at times you let negative people and like negative things pull you down, and like I sit there and I watch it happen, but like you care about these people, and I don't want to like make you feel bad for caring about them. But at the same time, like these same people have fucking wrecked your life, man.
Okay, so now that you've said that, I'm not going to get it.
Come on!
Embellish. Who are some of these people you think that I shouldn't be talking to?
Serena, Josh.
Oh, really?
Because, okay, let me put it this way.
No, I'm just, I saw Sharina.
Yeah.
Josh is getting better, but definitely Josh, as you know him right now, is not the greatest. So
No, like, so... 'cause-
why Sharina at least?
Okay, so look at what she's doing to you. Like, you care about her, but she deliberately exploits the fact that you care about her to make herself feel more. And that kills me as your friend. Like, as somebody who cares about you very deeply, because you've been there for me through some of the worst times of my life, to be honest with you, that I can recall.
I was saying, I'm driven you.
Yes, but you've been there for me when I've gone through some really deep and crazy shit. And to see somebody just abuse how wonderful of a person you are pisses me off to no end. It really does. And I sit there and I support you because I know how you feel about her. And I don't want to trample on that because that's your choice. But at the same time, you put yourself in this situation where you're with someone who deliberately doesn't give a fuck. And it bothers me. And they play with your emotions and they tease you with it. And it's so just...
It sucks that you say that because the last time her and I hung out, because put down on me once.
Yeah.
I didn't fit. I'm hardcore. I was like, nope, this isn't happening. She's like, are you sure? I'm like, I cannot overemphasize
How much this is
how this is, like, as much as I want it to continue, unless you're going to do it for hours,
Yeah.
you're not going to have fun.
But
I have went down on her twice. And
Yeah.
the last time we hung out, she's like, I feel bad because you've gone down on me twice. And I'm like, if you feel bad, then do something about it.
yeah.
Like, reciprocate. Like, or are you saying that just because, like, you know you're trampling on my emotions? Like, because I used to be that person.
Yeah.
Like, I used to, like, talk to people and be like, hey, you should talk to such and such about such and such. Why? Because it will bring me into greater standings with them. And then, like, have you ever watched Skins?
I've seen, like, a single episode.
I associate with Tony Stoneham. Because he's from an abusive, like an emotionally abusive family.
Yeah.
Where he's the older sibling, he's always in control, he's always watching what his siblings are doing, yada yada yada, whatever.
Yeah. Wow, that sounds like me.
But because of his relationship with his parents,
Yeah.
like, he blatantly is like, they'll be like, what are you doing today? Oh, I'm gonna wake up at da-da-da, And I'm gonna find at least 2 ways to emotionally manipulate my stepfather before I go to breakfast. Like, you know, like he is that manipulative.
Yeah.
Like, even his friends, like he lost all his friends at one point. Tony, you're just such a manipulative asshole. You would just do shit for the sake of doing it without thinking about other people and
Yeah.
whatever. And that used to be me. Like, not terribly, but
Yeah.
to an extent that, like, I was like, oh, I can manipulate.
Yeah.
And, like, so much about her and I is similar. That, like, when I call her out on it, like, there's been times I've called her out on shit, like, lying.
Mhm.
She's like, Frankie, do you know that I'm lying to you? And I'm like, Trina, I can't prove that you're lying to me because everything you've said is firsthand accounts.
Yeah.
However, there are indiscrepancies and tell me
Watch your
what
backs.
family
Yeah.
your friends tell me. I'm like, I don't care. I understand what it's like to keep secrets and that. And she changed, and it was so weird. Like, that night, we held hands for like an hour.
Yeah.
And even she commented, she's like, this is the first time I've held hands with somebody.
Yeah.
And that's why I keep, like, because when she says shit like that, like, I'm like, she's being honest.
Yeah.
But there's other times where she says shit and I'm like, you're lying to me again. And it's like, I get it, I know. And like, you ever met Corey Swindle?
I don't think so.
His now wife, Jesse Swindle, had a conversation with me. She's like, that's the thing about children of anxiety. Like, she's like, all you can do, she's like, this is gonna suck to hear.
Yeah.
Like, all you can do is be there for
Mm-hmm.
as much. She's like, you can't live your life,
Yeah.
but you have to understand that if you betray her trust, she's gonna be like, I can't talk to you, and all this shit. But if you don't draw lines, she's not going to understand that. Like, it was a very insightful conversation.
Like, and that's the thing. That's the reason why the other day I hung out and I told her, like, I come from a similar, like, not as extreme, but similar way of where I understand gone through some.
And she wants to make herself the victim.
Yeah, and it really does bother me so bad because I love you to death, Frank. I really do. Like, you are literally one of the people that I definitely care about, and I know that I could that I could go to if I ever had a thing.
Put it in my hand.
You are handsome.
That's all I need.
But it's one of those things.
Like 6 out of 10 handsome?
I'll give you a 7.
Okay. Alright, anyways.
But
Continue.
so the fact that because I really do care a lot about you. Like, I know for a while that I kind of disappeared. But that's because you kind of started going down a road that I could not partake in.
I know that.
And I'm one of those people that, in my mind, I'm like, I gotta let him go through it. What he wants to do.
See? No, and that's my shtick with Sharina. Like, I've blatantly told her, I'm like, because she's with somebody.
Yeah.
I'm like...
But yet, she lets you... Why the fuck are you putting yourself through this?
I know! Because that's my problem, because I know what it's like to be confused. And it's like, I'm sitting here, I'm like, am I doing her favors
You're
by
not.
letting her... Or should I draw her... And that's the thing, because, like, what I'm afraid of... Because I've done it deliberately, and I know... And I shouldn't say deliberately as in, like, I was actively thinking about it, but,
Yeah.
like, one of my early relationships, I sabotaged.
Yeah.
I didn't want to break up with her, and I just kept being a shittier and shittier person until she was just like, we should be together. Oh, thank God.
Yeah. I mean, I've done
Like-
that before, too, but... Anyway.
Like, the last thing I want to do is to be honest, and that's why I told you, like, and be honest and be scared. Be like,
Yeah.
hey, I'm scared. Like, I know, like, it's easy to be like, this is my feelings, and they're like, I want you to know that I'm talking, like, there's conversations that her and I have had where, like, I'm literally shaking.
Mhm.
She's like, are you okay? I'm like, no, I'm terrified.
Yeah.
Because I care about you. I do. Like, I'm like a fucking kid, and I'm like, I feel the same level of terror that if, like, I were in a car crash, or to, like, you know, once you let somebody into your life, Like, they're there.
Yeah.
You know? Like, you can sit there and you can... When I was really crazy, I had a crazy moment with Alyssa.
Yeah.
She gets me really... She's one of the only girls that's ever challenged my anxiety and my paranoid thoughts where I was like, fuck, I don't know. God damn it, you're so fucking smart. You're a mom already? You're getting a divorce? What are you doing? Like, but I was sitting there and I'm in a parking lot. I'm like, oh my god, I control everything. The birds that are flying right now. And she just looks at me. She's just like... And she thinks I'm crying because I'm like, I'm afraid, I'm scared, I'm the center of the universe. She just looks at me, she goes, what's he doing? And some guy had just parked. I went, She goes, have a wife? Good. Single? Does he have grandchildren? Why is he here right now? And I'm like, I don't know. It's just like, Frankie, I think your problem is that you've taken the entire world on your shoulders. Mm-hmm. You're making yourself responsible for everything. Right now, you need to be responsible for yourself. I'm like, ugh. I don't even remember what I said.
You mean kind of along the lines of what I said to you earlier today? Yeah.
And I'm trying to fight it, and she just goes, immediately goes, what's she doing? Why is she here? She's like, Frankie, you can't prove it. Said. And I'm like, my mind is blowing up and I'm crying and she's holding my hand. She was supposed to leave 3 hours early. And that's why I'm like, fuck, I like this chick because she saw me at my worst.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like I said, it's one of those things, like I said earlier, you let people get into your life and control the aspects because you care so much about people that you completely, and I mean completely neglect the fact that, you know, you're a person. You are not meant to take on everything in the world. And I say that totally hypocritically, because I do that. But at the same time, like, I occasionally have to have someone that tells me that, and I do. And it helps me a lot because it's one of those things where you cannot be in control of what happens to Sharina or to, you know, Josh or to anybody. All you can do is just be there to support them, but at the same time, you can't let that support be their only lifeline. They have to find someone else to also help, and you can't let them sit there and just go.
But that's what fucks with me. It's specifically that's what fucks with me. Because like one time Sharina stripped, she's like, why? She's like, I don't do anything for you. I don't spend money on you. I don't do. Why do you care? And like, because it's a stupid thing. Because every time we'll literally be at Payless.
Yeah.
And someone will be talking to us, and I don't say a fucking word because everything that comes out of her mouth, I'm like, I was thinking that.
Yeah.
I was thinking that. I'm like, I understand that you're being nice right now just for the sake of being nice. You didn't want to talk. You wanted to stop talking to them 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
I'm like, I understand you. And she's like, why do you do this? And I was like, because I remember when I felt like you. I was in your state. All I wanted was one friend.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm like, I keep wanting to be that friend. It's that balance, that dance, where it's like.
Well, that's why I said, like, I know there was for a while where I just kind of disappeared from your life, and that's because I knew that you needed to figure it out. You needed to do it on your own. And no matter what I told you, it was not going to stop you. If I told you, hey, Frankie, this isn't a good idea, was that really going to stop you from doing it? No.
You give me an idea.
Yeah, but would you have truly listened to me if I said, hey, Frank, you shouldn't be doing that?
At that point, no.
Exactly.
At this point in my life, it's a little bit different because there are times when friends tell me things, I'm like...
Yeah.
And then, like, 45 minutes later, I'm laying in bed, rubbed one out, and I'm like... Maybe?
Yeah.
Maybe what there's...
Yeah.
What? If you think about it,
Yeah.
it fucking hits you.
This'll be over in no time.
It's just one of those things that I just hate seeing that shit happen to you. It kills me inside because you're a wonderful, caring person. You don't need to have someone fuck with you when you're already trying to recover from having an no, there's pizza in it. And that's buffalo sauce.
I have a single one.
I don't think Cisco's gonna mind, so. I mean, he's not gonna be back until Saturday, so I highly doubt the pizza's gonna be good by then.
He comes back.
I don't think he's going to care.
Frankie was over here and he was drunk and he was talking about relationships.
Yeah, it's just one of those things, man. Like, you are such a creative and just intelligent person, and you let the burdens of others stifle that creativity. Because you, honestly, Frankie, if you were to be serious about making films or be serious about, like, 100%, I mean, all in, committed, like, to streaming, to YouTubing, whatever it is, you would do phenomenal. You're funny, you're great, you're wonderful at conversation, and that's the biggest thing you need for stuff like this. And you could do it. You would make it easily. But you let so many other factors, like, just affect it. And yeah, when you do that, it doesn't help you. It just brings you down to the point where you're like, man, I don't feel like doing this. And you can't let that happen. Welcome to the wholesome stream. Sorry. I know, but it's true though. That's what it is. You have to be able to let that stuff go and stop letting people pull you down and ruin your ideas and your plan. Not that I'm saying, you need to give up your job or you need to do this or that. You can definitely find a balance. It's just you have to find that balance. Once you do, things will become a lot more clear. And for me, that's why I'm streaming more now, is I'm finding a balance and starting to feel comfortable and confident in myself to be able to do stuff like this more often and not feel like it's a chore, because I enjoy it. I have fun just sitting here talking to Danny and streaming, whatever game I feel like streaming and not appeasing to a particular person. And that's what you gotta do, because when me and Cisco lived together, I didn't stream sometimes because I felt bad about, like, streaming when he was sleeping and stuff like that. But it's one of those things that this is something I wanted to do. I obviously invested the time and the money in it. I invested my intelligence to figure out how to work some of it. Like, granted, I still don't know all of it, and I would love to learn more. But I let the fact that I didn't want to disturb him affect what I wanted to do. And, like, that's why on Saturday, when he was here, I'm like, I want to stream today. Like, I'm going to stream. And I'm like, you can stream with me, or you can just sit back, but I'm going to stream. And we talked about it, and he agreed. He's like, yeah, sure, I'll stream with you. I'm like, okay, cool, because I'm going to do it regardless. Like, this is something that I want to invest my time in doing and get better at. And I can only do that with this. So... Are those closer? Right for a flip. They are! Danny's just listening to us, like, talking, build each other up and be good friends.
Kitty.
Back. Also, neat. I'm sorry. Occasionally, I have to.
Just go. I see what I joke whenever. And would check them back. You have to go check. Fucking hurt. It's not like I'm yelling it at the door of the women's.
Like, hold on, let me hide the camera. Can't let you find it.
Well, no, because that was always my shtick. Because I would say something, I'm like, you just put it on the opposite end of the door, don't you? The second they close it, it's like right there, blinking like. Danny! Tried to make. Yeah? Really? What else is that? Talk to me.
Tiger loses mouse again.
First meow was.
Danny, if you want to chime in, you chime in, dude. Doesn't matter if you interrupt the flow. We will still.
The first meow was literally. Goes. I went, am I that drunk?
No.
And then he did another one. I was like, yeah, I kind of hear that one. And then he did a third and fourth one. I was like,
Yeah, he is. Tiger loses his mouse. It's a big baby.
he's fucking bad.
I don't even know what's going on. Like, we've cleaned the house, we've emptied out stuff, we've done everything we could.
You have to. Now you have to get that. My traps are hanging.
I'm getting to that point, man. I've tried everything.
No, when I worked at McDonald's. Spoiler alert, guys. McDonald's might not want me to talk about. There was straight up a moment where we literally had like 6-7 fly traps just hanging around the store because apparently someone didn't clean one of the grease traps.
Uh-huh.
And by that very last one that people don't use very often.
Mm-hmm.
And because they're like, oh, well, because I don't use this very often, I don't have to clean it very often.
We've cleaned this house
They
head to toe. Like,
pulled
Cisco.
out. Hold up. Oh my god. It was disgusting. It was so bad. Because it wasn't just grease. I mean like shit living in it. Yes! That we took it out to the back and we like dumped the whole thing in its own trash bag. We did it and we're like, we're disinfecting everything that's over here, right?
That's nuts.
So, 1 or 2 gnats is
It bothers me because, like, I don't even know where they're coming from. I haven't figured it out. We've, like, literally Cisco cleaned everything over there and, like, over there and in the bathroom, and it still is happening. So we haven't figured out what's happening. Like, and I know it's because, like, my neighbor moved out, my next door neighbor. And I think that's what happened is all those gnats from over there just decided to come to my house because I'm connected to them. But it's fucking gross, and it makes me feel bad because people come over and I'm like, yeah, I can't do anything about it. I've tried everything. Like, I even have a cup of apple cider vinegar over there trying to stop them from coming.
Stop the coming. The ants. To arms!
Jumped when I shouldn't have jumped.
Purple.
I know, I'm the worst.
I'm gonna judge you so harshly.
Oh man.
Next time someone at work is like, we need help. Ask Trisha. Whoa, no, I don't know if you guys should ask her that. She didn't jump one time when she shouldn't have. And everyone and their mom's like, what are you talking about?
So, how was the store of me being gone?
I actually wasn't there for 2 days of it, so... Like, I definitely noticed because I didn't see you. And like I said, I've told you things where I'm like, you're kind of cute when you walk by, so I noticed. It's like, Trisha's not here. But other than that, it was like, I was there for stints where it was like, we were either A, so fucking dead, because it's like the first fucking week.
Yeah.
It's like, none of the students are going out. We already have the 15 returns, and people going, we want the cheapest TV, and we're all like, no you don't. And then they come in and return it, because they don't cheapest fucking TV.
Yeah.
I didn't really notice. I'm sure that front end.
Oh my god, so Melissa gets emails because she's a salary, and I'm like just watching the front end burn every single day, because like when I left, we had 9 surveys and we were at 100%. Like we were killing it. Like yeah, GSP needed some help, but we had some new hires start, so I expected that dip. I was not expecting us to drop to 57%. And so, like, I'm sitting here and I'm dying as we're sitting in the hotel room and she's telling me, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? And, like, she's like, I think it's kind of fun to watch you get really upset about this. I'm like, I don't know how you think this is fun. This is terrifying. Like, I was so just upset about it. I still am. Like, I came back and the first thing I asked the hedge was, so what the fuck happened? Because, like, I need to know right now what the fuck just happened. The place just burned down without. And then, like, Dustin and Shalina both told me, like, next time you're gonna leave, tell me so I can go on vacation. And I'm like, why was it that bad?
I have a question.
Yeah.
Do you think I should talk to Billy about what's happening with me? Do you think that would improve our relationship, or... I don't mean, like, interpersonal. I'm not.
I think that it would give him some insight, but at the same time, I'd wait for the right moment. Because right now, he's super hyper-focused on, like, brand of payments and stuff. And because we literally missed by $25,000.
Yeah, I mean, we got a match a fuck ton of BPs.
But BPs are not going to make up
Yeah.
$25,000. Like, that is a crazy amount of money. And that's because we did so well last year on this week. Because this was when everyone went back to school last year. Like, back to school weekend was this week. And since we don't have that this week, we're getting fucked.
Yeah, that's what he said. He said that, well, no, because Billy actually tried explaining it to me a little bit before I went on break, that he was like, last year, our peak week was the 3rd week out of the month. This year,
It was the second.
it's the 2nd week. So yeah, we've hit a lot of numbers, but we really have to work hard to maintain for the next 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Because now we're on the downswing. It's like, okay, that makes a lot of sense. Like, I do like him in that regard because he understands the higher up side of things enough. I definitely do not respect him.
No, he needs some work. But you gotta keep in mind that he also hasn't been in a store in over 10 years.
You told me that. I everything in me.
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of confused when I told him that I was planning on applying for BOL. And he's like, he gave me this look, and later I'm like, I was just wondering, you know, how you felt about that, because your reaction was kind of just, you know, a little concerning. And he's like, oh, well, he's like, I didn't mean it in a bad way. He's like, I just didn't realize you were interested in stuff like that. I'm like, well, you also haven't really taken any time to get to know me. Like, my aspiration is to be in HR. Like, and that is exactly what back office is. It's a form of HR. Like, that's what I want to do. I like doing the hiring stuff. I like doing, you know, all those aspects. That's why I was so, like, keen on learning on how to do interviews and stuff. Because that shit is interesting to me. But at the same time, you know, you need to take the time to get to know us. Like, you are literally been here about a month and a half. And you've not really got to know anyone except for Richie, who you already knew, Rob, who you already knew, and that's about it. Like, that's not going to breed a camaraderie. Like, Josh actually took the time to get to know us. Like, you have to get to know the people here, and you got to get back into this of being in a building and not, like, running 5 different stores. I feel like with time he's gonna get it. Like, I have the full confidence that he can. It's just getting to the point where he knows how to do it again. And it's gonna be a learning curve. It really is.
I guess that's part of my problem is because, like, I know he understands that higher up, and for him, he's kind of out of water, but at the same time, it's like,
Watch your backs.
I don't know if I should wait, or if he knew sooner. Like, maybe what you're saying, like, what you're trying to say is I should wait for a better meet.
Yeah.
Where it's like, hey, look, I'm performing, we're performing, you know me. Or maybe further down the road, where it's like, you know that consistently I perform well.
Yeah.
I have bad months. This is what.
Yeah, I think you should, like, not this month, maybe next month, just, like, ask him to have a sit-down conversation. Be like, hey, I just want you to be able to get to know me better, and I want to get to know you better. I feel like it would improve our relationship. Because we are going to be working together. There's no way around. What do you think I can do to improve, and how do you think, like, and are you willing to listen to how I think you?
It's my problem is because, like, again, it's like he'll do something. I'm like, Billy, that was a shit tier. And it's, you know, it's like, but I don't want to say that to him because he's
General manager.
Yeah, and he's, you heard Rob, he's the spokesperson for sprayonshirts.org. And see, and that's the funny thing, because of the way he looks, I'm like, you've got him. I bet you've got some anxiety. I bet if I just poke it, that if I just hit it, you know, like
In just the right way, I can.
just.
Like, I would not recommend approaching it that way, but
That's not what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But I mean, just like,
I would just. It's one of
he's
those
in
things.
charge. I want to be more amicable towards him. I don't want him to think that I am shit because I'm shit. I want him to be like, okay, maybe that it.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't like Josh. Like, when I told John and Jeremy and Richie, I'm like, I might be bipolar, I might be schizophrenic, I might do that. They're like, well, Josh isn't.
Yeah.
It's literally what they said to me. I was like, what? He's not gonna care. Not okay. And it wasn't until after you told me the whole health push, and then I was like, oh, maybe.
Josh was at the end of his rope. Like, he was burnt out. Like, you gotta understand it not in a way of malice, it's just
You're driving 2 hours every day.
it was affecting his life. Like, the fact that he couldn't spend the time that he wants to spend with his kids. Because Josh is very family focused. He really is. And to not have that as much as he wanted was really killing him. And I'm not saying this because I knew Josh intimately. I'm saying this from just observation. Like, you can tell when you saw him outside of work that it just, he needed more family time, and it just wasn't happening. Because when you spend 4 hours every day having to drive back and forth, like, or not really 4, but like 3.5 because of the construction and stuff, it fucks with you. And so, for him, he needed that. He needed the change in the move because it improved his work-life balance, I guess, is the best way to put it. But with Billy, this is improving that, so it's probably going to do a lot of good for him, but again, he has to literally pick up from, you know, scratch. Because at that point, like, that's why, like, Richie and them are really kind of invigorated again. Because Josh would threaten stuff and, like, he wouldn't follow through with it, but he would also make you feel like you were the absolute worst person in the world.
Dude! No, okay, so this last Black Friday,
Yeah.
I was on antidepressants,
Yeah.
antipsychotics, food staple.
Yeah.
My last psychiatrist lady went, they threw the kitchen sink at you. How did you feel? But I made a comment to Josh, like a shitty back. I wasn't trying to be shitty. It was like, it was for me. If Josh and I were friends, it would be.
Yeah.
Put it very, very quickly. And I like he took me to the back with. Shit happened, and by should have killed me. And like literally, I was right there. I was like, Richie and Josh were like, and like, Josh was like, "There's no reason to cry. No. We're gonna get you the like." To his credit, it wasn't a complete.
Yeah.
But it was Richie that after the fact he was like, "Hey, this isn't gonna be around for much. Your head down. Didn't hear this from me. Fine. I understand what you're going through. John understands. Every leader understands." And I was like, holy shit. Somebody who cares. And that's my problem with Billy, because I can't, like, is he so by the book? I just can't tell.
He is, and I think it's just because when you're corporate like that, you become like that. Like, that's how you are. So it's like I said, it's a change for him. This is all a learning experience. And it's good for him that he's learning this stuff, but at the same time, like, he's not used to being in a building. And you can tell that because he seems awkward at times, where he's like trying to like get to know people, but then just kind of goes off in another way because he doesn't know how to connect the way that he needs to, because he's used to dealing with just corporate people. And corporate is extremely by the book. Like, they really are. And the only reason why I can speak to that is because I literally just went to corporate. That's how they are. And they don't want to hear that you're doing something different than what they want, and that's because, you know, we are supposed to abide. And I get that, and I respect it, but at the same time, like, there are gray areas. There are different things that come into play when you're working with a group of people in a collaborative environment versus this is how it has to be, this is what I want. So it's just he'll get there. It'll just take some time.
I'll do my best.
Josh, because there was one time Josh wanted to have a conversation with me because I asked him to come up and get deal with a manager issue because I was covering up. And I'm like, yeah. He was mad at me because I had him come up there. Instead of handling it myself, I asked him to come up and handle it because I was running, you know, the desk. And that bothered me personally. I'm like, really? You're mad at me for asking you to come up and do what is essentially your job?
Yeah.
And, you know, you're supposed to be there to support when you can, and that's what you do as a floor leader. Like, yeah, I have to do this. Like, I have to run the desk. There's no one else unless you can find me somebody and you want me to tell someone, no, you can't have a half-hour break. And you've worked basically all day. And I won't do that because I don't think that's fair. Like, if you work a long day, you deserve that break. Like, I've been that person who didn't get a break. Like, I didn't get a break today.
Yeah.
And, you know, I understood it because my team got a break and that's what mattered to me. But Josh had just hit that rope where he was just so so just gone. And the reason why Richie's so understanding is because Richie really, he seems like he doesn't give a fuck, and it bothers me. But at the same time, Richie really does give a fuck. Because I came to him once and told him, hey, I'm having a breakdown. Like, I'm burnt out, I'm overworked, I'm working everyone else's stuff, and I don't even get the recognition or the, you know, or the pay for it. And it killed me, and it upset me so bad as a part-timer. And he was the one person that just sat there and listened to me and helped me find a way to feel a little bit better. Like, he's not there to be your best friend and hold your hand the whole time. Richie really is a wonderful, caring person. It's just, it's hidden by a lot of bravado. So, Rob is too. Rob's a great person. Like, I've talked to Rob countless times. He's, like, tried to help me with things, and I appreciate Rob so much. I love Rob. Like, I love Mel, too. I love a lot of our leadership team. Like, so, random story about Jeremy. So, did they talk to you about the career development portal and everything during your one-on-one at one point?
One time.
Okay, so before that was a real initiative and everything, Jeremy came up to me and was like, hey, I want to show you something, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, dude, if you want me to do something that, you know, I really shouldn't be doing, blah, 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 you know, like, I don't want to fucking deal. And so we go into the admin and he's like, hey, you are really good at what you are. And I know, I can sense that if I show you this, you're actually going to, like, eat it. He's like, you go far. And I've never imagined that Jeremy would talk to me about stuff like that. And he's like, I want to show you this. If you need any help with it, talk to me. So he shows me the career development portal. He's like, I want you to fill this out. And I know that it would help you because you need this development. And you could make it further if you wanted to. And I never expected that from Jeremy. Never in a million years.
See, that's Jeremy's problem. Jeremy... Probably have already picked up on that. Jeremy and I have had some...
Yeah.
Where they have literally ended with Jeremy going... Don't tell anyone. I'm like him and I are like, but what is in synchronicity? It's about a deeper consciousness, man. And they're like, oh, what about statistical probability? Like we've literally been like on another planet, like the two of us, to the point where he's following me around. And I'm like, Jeremy, you're working right. Like, I understand. Like, he is literally like, Eggs has walked through. He's like, yeah, just whatever. And then immediately turns right back to me. But, I think that's his thing, you know? He's kind of like me. Not all there, so to speak.
Yeah.
But, like, cares.
Like, I'll admit there's times where I feel like a lot of the leadership team, minus like John and Melissa and sometimes Shalina, where I feel like they don't give a flying fuck about like, and then there's times where they just utterly and completely surprise me. And it's like when Jeremy did that, like, and so like when I was part-time, Richie literally did everything he could to try to find me a full. Granted, a part of me feels like he knew that, you know, Eric was going to be leaving and he wanted to give full-time to Kendall. So part of me's still really fucking salty about it. But at the same time, like, he didn't have to go out to try to find a position. Like, because he knew I wanted full-time. I knew I deserved full-time. And it was just, to me, it was great that, you know, he took the time to try to find something that could help me. And that's what I needed. I needed someone to care about helping me develop when I needed that development. And to get me up to full-time, like, he used to tell me all the time that one day he was going to bring me back to sales. And he would have me back and he was sad that he had lost me. And then I got into leadership and he's like, don't know if I'm ever going to get you back. And I'm like, well, I really like operations, so you probably shouldn't have introduced me to it.
When is the last time you...
I've had Doritos today, and that's it.
So the reason I'm asking is I have a finite amount of fun.
It was it! Quick!
However, Burger King.
Wanted to go do food. Okay. We've also been streaming for half hours. We will finish these coals. Get food. Coals are a finite resource for me.
Watch this!
Danny's got the most random, crazy stories of the night. Listening to us, there are souls. Poor Danny. I'm back here. Sad thing is I'm not really that hungry, but I know I should eat. Which is a problem. I do this all the time. I will literally just have like a couple of Doritos and...
That's
ready for this?
not, I need to say,
Well, the thing is that like, I just don't eat a lot of food, man. When I do, I eat a shit ton, but I don't. And I know why. It's because most of the time I'm so stressed out that food is just not a thing.
Go focus.
Yeah, I truly enjoyed it. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it, Danny. You got to hear all kinds of crazy stuff.
Thank you, Danny, for tuning in. I genuinely appreciate you letting me and be crazy.
Watch your backs!
We're all a little crazy, everybody. You should all love one another. This is that positive experience for those of you just tuning in, potentially. Love your friends.
Be supportive.
Care about people, but also care about yourself. You're also important. Don't compromise yourself for somebody they aren't willing to do the same. This has been your touchy-feely moment. Shadowfaye and Frank. See, no, this is the kind of streaming I want to do. Where I'm just like, and like people coming in just like, hey, I'm sad. Me too! What makes you sad? Talk to me about it. Oh no. We all got problems. But I also like playing video games.
Me too. I like playing video games, but I need to sometimes bear out my soul. Let's play video games together. What?
Rina's birthday.
Oh shit.
One day. Technically. So not today, but today.
Well, I mean, it is
Here goes
technically.
nothing.
My messenger. We're talking. Anyway. You're a beautiful dork. Hope you know that. You at home. Blah blah blah. I have plans. Yada yada yada. And I very blatantly, I'm like, well, if you want oral favors, I'm just honest. I think that's reasonable. I think it's reasonable because it might be something I'm willing to do, but it might not be something that somebody else is willing to do. Granted, I say it.
Yeah.
So, and she's like, I don't want you to do that, but thank you very much. Like, no problem. Just wanted to offer. Wanted to be honest. And I'm like, everything in my brain, like the man side of me is like, you had to fucking send her some paragraph about how you wanted to taste our dick. Something like that. I like how you laugh. Like, yeah, there are days.
There are days where you do stupid shit, man, and it's okay. You're allowed to do stupid shit as a person. We all do it.
Well, again, my logic is like, I have to be honest. Like, if you don't like it, you can tell me that. And things can change. That's like, I was telling you about Nania recently, right? One of the last times we hung out, I was like, hey, you're so pretty, I think that you're a figment of my imagination. You're fucking... And like, it was like a day or two later, she just comes up to me, she's like, you know, like, if you ever need to touch me so you think that I'm real, that's okay. I'm like, my brain's like, well, there's no Carl Jung, all these philosophers, like, there's no way to. Whatever. I tell Nick, and Nick's like, wait, she just told you to touch her? Don't you kind of think that's kind of queer?
What?
Like, no? It seems always like, basically he's hinting like, I think she might like you a little bit more than you think.
You
Like,
might.
she has literally come up to me, she's like, do you think I'm flirty? I'm like, I don't know, if you're flirting with me, I can't tell.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I just kind of take what people say at face value, and then, like, she's literally been in the middle of conversations with X, Y, and Z, and been like, Frankie, how are you doing? Maybe that random conversation, like, I don't know. It's one of those things where I don't want to build hope, but like,
Well, I mean, have you been just hang out with her? I mean, just try hanging out there, man.
my problem, it isn't even my personality. It's just me. That's my fucked up thing. That's the only thing I get caught.
Well, you can be better, Frankie. I mean, if you think you need to be better, then obviously.
See, and that's my fucked up shtick. Is like, I get it, like, realistically, like, you and I are never gonna be walking down the street and someone's gonna try to mug us and I got fight. Realistically speaking, the statistics of that happening fairly well.
Oh no, this is Lafayette.
If you have actually looked at the crime statistics, you would see that roughly 90% of the crimes that have happened wherein violent occurred, there was a pre-existing issue. That only, I think last year, only 3 issues were actually like spur of the moment, like, you were here, so I did.
Yeah.
So, not saying, you're not wrong. Right after Gary, it's Lafayette Indiana.
Yeah.
Like, no one ever gets that. Like, we're like, at least I'm not living in Gary. I'm like, we're still number 2. Like,
Yeah. This town has gotten nuts. Like, I refuse to, like, leave my door unlocked. That's how nuts it's got.
plus I'm
Well, yeah, but you're also not planning on hugging happens on a
What if I was mine?
I would hope you wouldn't. I would hope you wouldn't hug me. I mean,
These are the thoughts, guys. Welcome to the crazy street. We're dishing out all kinds of damage, physically and emotionally. While we fuck up these little petalias, we're also fucking up your inner thoughts.
oh goodness.
This is shit I like to talk about. No one ever wants to talk about this. It's always like, how was your day? I went to work. I sold a box of chicken. I did. What's going on? What makes you sad? What makes you happy? What makes you an interesting person? You should continue doing it. Appreciate it.
Critical hit confirmed.
See? I'm just going to take that and put it in my point bank. That was Danny, right?
Yeah.
Danny, you're an angel. I'm just gonna I'm gonna be like ISIS and take credit.
What?
I'm taking credit like ISIS! For those of you who don't know, for all one of you viewing, sometimes ISIS has taken credit for things that wasn't necessarily theirs, but you know what? I'm gonna think Danny sided with me. That he wants Trisha to be.
I think that he agrees. Lost me there, buddy.
Good. No, you know what this game reminds me of?
What?
Did you ever watch Dot Hack GU?
I did not, but I've heard a lot about it. I'm sorry.
You're what's wrong?
I
All
am.
of it. America, like...
I ruined the world.
Anyways, there's a game called Dot Hack GU. Dot Hack Sign was in. Dot Hack GU. And they're actually the same thing, that you're walking around, and when you interact with an enemy, that's when the battle begins.
I'll do my best.
You're in a game, you're trapped in a coma. Shit.
Bro just body checked me. Eats. My angsty childhood is flooding my mind again. Danny does love Dot Hack. He knows what you're talking about.
I do know some things. Laughing at me. I'm just drunk. You can't laugh at me. That makes you a bad person.
How does that make me a bad person?
Because I'm in a compromised, altered state where I'll say anything. Are you guys ready? Anything. Bad joke. I'd like to thank the Academy. It's been years. I keep trying to write the perfect set, and I just want to thank you all for this award. All one of you.
Golly.
Just, you're heroes. You're the greatest thing.
Oh, goodness. He says, if people didn't laugh at me when I'm drunk, then that would be a sign to never drink again.
I mean, I feel like there's an excess. There's the opposite side. If they're laughing too much, what do you guys mean? What's so funny?
Say.
Oi!
Alright, we're gonna save here and then we're gonna get food. Alright, Danny, we're heading out for the night. Thank you for watching. I will stream again tomorrow and we can talk about random ass shit again. Love you!
Bathroom.
Night!